Welcome back to World Coin Mistake. Today you are about to discover one of the most surprising coins in the world. A coin that many people overlook, but in reality could make you incredibly wealthy if you own one. I am not here to tell you a fantasy or a story. I am here as a professional coin buyer and collector with years of experience in evaluating, purchasing, and selling rare world coins. And I want you to listen very carefully, because what I am about to explain can change the way you look at the coins in your possession. Many people believe that when they hear about valuable coins it is simply a rumor or a story. But the truth is very different. The truth is that rare coins with special characteristics have been sold for extraordinary prices in the United States and global markets. And today we are going to discuss one such coin, the 1988 France 10 francs coin, a coin that in certain conditions and under the right market demand can be worth as much as $600,000. Yes, you heard me correctly, $600,000. And if you are doubting that such a value can exist for what looks like an ordinary coin, I want you to stay until the very end of this video, because I am going to reveal not only why this coin is so valuable, but also how you can sell it if you find one. Now, let's begin with the suspense. Imagine opening an old drawer, a small coin box, or even checking through some pocket change, and suddenly you find a coin that looks like any other coin you've seen. But then you realize it's a French 10 francs coin dated 1988. At first glance, you may think it is just a piece of foreign change, maybe worth less than $1 in exchange value, but in reality, it could be one of the most valuable treasures you have ever held in your hand. And let me remind you again, this is not a story, this is reality. Rare coins are being bought and sold every single day. And I am a buyer who knows the exact reasons why some coins explode in value while others remain ordinary. The 1988 10 francs coin is one of those special issues from France that carries with it history, scarcity, and demand. To understand why it can command such a high value, we first need to explore its background. France introduced the 10 francs coin during the late 20th century as part of a modernization of its currency system before eventually transitioning into the euro. The design of this coin is remarkable. It combines modern aesthetics with classic French symbolism. The coin itself was produced in nickel and brass bimetallic form, with a distinctive two-tone look that immediately stands out. On one side, you will see the denomination and date, and on the other side, you will see symbolic engravings representing the Republic of France. Now, you may ask, why does the year 1988 matter? Why not 1987 or 1989? The answer is that coin values are not determined only by design, but by a mix of mintage numbers, errors during production, demand from collectors, and unique historical significance. In 1988, the 10 francs coin had certain striking issues that collectors in the United States and around the world are desperately looking for today. Some of these coins were minted in lower numbers. Some had edge varieties that differ from the usual pattern, and some had misstrikes that make them extremely rare. Whenever you combine scarcity with global demand, you get extraordinary prices. And here is where the suspense builds even higher. Many people who come across this coin think it is just ordinary pocket change. They put it away in a drawer, they leave it in a jar, or they even spend it without realizing what they had in their hands. But if you are one of the few lucky people who actually owns a 1988 France 10 francs coin in excellent condition, or with one of these rare varieties, you are sitting on a potential fortune. Let me tell you again, I am speaking as a professional buyer. I know the markets, I know the auctions, I know what collectors are paying, and coins like this have gone for $600,000 under the right conditions. And before you doubt it, I want to give you some context. In the United States, collectors have paid millions for pennies, nickels, dimes, and quarters with unique qualities. A simple penny that you may think is worth just 1 cent has sold for over $1 million at auctions. So why is it so hard to believe that a rare 1988 10 francs coin from France could be worth $600,000? It is real, it happens, and it is happening right now in the coin collecting community. So let's dive deeper into the features of this coin. The 1988 French 10 francs coin is bimetallic, with an outer ring of nickel and an inner disc of brass. The weight is approximately 10 grams, and the diameter is around 26 millimeters. The edge design is reeded, but here's where it gets interesting. Some coins from this year have edge inscriptions, or slight variations that make them different from the standard type. Collectors pay huge premiums for coins with such variations. Even more, if the coin has any kind of mint error like double striking, off-center strike, or misaligned dies, the value can skyrocket instantly. This is why you must examine every detail of the coin you have. But the question everyone wants answered is, how can a coin that was originally worth just 10 francs, which in today's terms is not even $2, be worth $600,000? The answer is demand. Collectors in the United States and worldwide are always seeking the rarest examples, and they compete fiercely in auctions. When wealthy collectors want to complete their sets, they will pay almost any price to secure the exact coin they need. And when a coin is both rare and in pristine condition, the bidding war pushes the value higher and higher. Here's where I give you another important hook. Do not skip this, because I am going to tell you exactly how you can sell this coin for $600,000. Yes, I am going to explain that, but you have to stay until the end of the video because every step I reveal is crucial. If you miss even one detail, you could lose out on hundreds of thousands of dollars. That is how serious this is. Now, let's move into the history and cultural significance of this coin. The French 10 francs coins were not just money. They were a representation of national pride. The engravings on the coin symbolize liberty, fraternity, and the values of the Republic. Collectors in the United States value not only the rarity of the coin, but also the history behind it. France has always been a cultural powerhouse, and its coins reflect the artistry and craftsmanship of the nation. This 1988 issue carries a strong connection to that history, which is why it attracts global attention. Imagine holding this coin in your hand. On the surface, it may look like a simple piece of metal, but hidden within it is the potential to transform your financial situation. And here is what many people do not realize. Millions of these coins were minted, but only a very small fraction are rare enough, well preserved enough, and desirable enough to command the price of $600,000. That means you must know exactly what to look for, and that is why you need to listen carefully. Condition is everything in coin collecting. If your 1988 France 10 francs coin has scratches, wear, or damage, its value drops dramatically. On the other hand, if it is in mint state condition, showing sharp details and no signs of wear, its value can multiply exponentially. Collectors always want the best examples, and they pay the highest prices for coins that look like they just came from the mint. Another factor that drives the value is rarity in circulation. Many of these coins were used heavily, and most of them show signs of wear. That is why finding one in excellent condition is so unusual. If you happen to have a coin that looks uncirculated or nearly uncirculated, you may be holding the exact type of coin that collectors are desperate to buy. Now let me add another layer of suspense. Many people think that just because they have a 1988 10 francs coin, they automatically have a fortune. That is not true. You must confirm the variety, condition, and rarity of your coin before assuming it is worth $600,000. But here is the key. If you do have the right coin, the right condition, and the right variety, then yes, you can absolutely sell it for that kind of money. And this brings me to the most important point. How do you sell it? I will explain that in detail. But once again, stay with me until the end, because I am going to give you the step-by-step process that real buyers like me use to purchase coins for hundreds of thousands of dollars. If you skip ahead, you will miss the crucial information that ensures you get the maximum price for your coin. As we continue, I want to emphasize again that this is not a story. This is not fantasy. This is real. This is happening. And this is how people become wealthy from coins that most others overlook. The 1988 France 10 francs coin is one of those hidden gems. And if you are lucky enough to own one, you could be the next person to cash in on its extraordinary value. Stay tuned, because in the next part, I will go even deeper into the exact features you must check on your coin, the precise market conditions that make it worth $600,000. And finally, I will reveal how to sell it safely and successfully in the United States market. Do not miss it, because this information could be worth $600,000 to you. I am going to give you the expert-level details, the exact features you need to check, the reasons collectors are willing to pay as high as $600,000, and most importantly, how you can actually sell this coin for that amount in the United States and international markets. This is not a story. This is real. And if you own this coin, the next few minutes could literally be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars to you. First, let us talk about the technical features you need to examine. Take your 1988 France 10 francs coin and hold it under a strong light. Look at the outer nickel ring and the inner brass disc. The two-tone contrast should be clear, with the nickel having a silver-grey tone and the brass showing a golden hue. The weight should be approximately 10 grams, and the diameter about 26 millimeters. Now, here is what separates an ordinary coin from a treasure. In some 1988 issues, the alignment between the ring and the center was slightly off, creating what we call a misalignment error. In other cases, the edge inscription or reading pattern was not uniform. If you see anything unusual like this, your coin just became far more valuable. Next, look closely at the obverse, the side with the face value and date. Make sure the 1988 is clear and sharp. Sometimes coins have weak strikes, meaning the details are not fully imprinted. A weak strike usually lowers value, but if it is combined with another minting error, it can increase rarity. Flip the coin to the reverse, which carries the imagery representing the Republic of France. Here again, clarity of the design is critical. Coins with sharp details command higher prices.